it's Gretchen and welcome back to my channel. First of all, Happy New Year. This is the first video of 2022, and what better way to start off this year than with what piercings and tattoos I plan to get this year. Now, in case you missed it, I did do a video very recently that kind of went over all of the piercings and tattoos that I got in 2021. So if you haven't looked at that yet, be sure to go check it out. But for this video, I'm gonna look ahead at the year and discuss which ones that I hope to get this year. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm actually gonna get them all, but my hope is that I will. Now with these videos, I tend to start off with which piercings I want to get first, and then I'll roll into which tattoos I want. Going over this list, there aren't too many of each that I'm planning to get. I do have more tattoos that I plan to get this year than I do piercings, but that's not to say that things can't change. So let's start with which piercings I wanna get in 2022. The first one is my third forward helix, which would be over here with the two that I currently have on my left ear. I really want to get that third one. It would go above the two that I currently have, so it would be like a smaller stone. Really want to finish that out. I've wanted a triple forward helix since I first got the first forward helix. That has been my end goal, is to have a triple forward helix. So I really want to get that triple forward helix finished out this year at some point. I'm hoping to get that done at least before August of this year, because a lot of my plans when it comes to piercings and tattoos for this year revolve around my upcoming wedding. So a lot of my plans do revolve around my wedding, which will be later in the fall. I don't want to be going into my wedding while healing a piercing or healing a tattoo. That's just uncomfortable and I don't want to deal with it. So a lot of what I want to get done, my plan is to get done before August, and then like the second half of the year might be a little less on what I do, at least until after the wedding. That was long-winded, but I hope to get that done sometime before August, maybe even for my birthday. That would be kind of cool. Actually, I'd want to get it done before my birthday, because then the second piercing that I really want to get this year is to get my right nostril redone. So in case you missed it, I do have a video all about why I took it out. In case you hadn't noticed, I did take out my right nostril piercing. Long story short, my left and my right nostril piercings weren't even. It was recommended by several piercers that I take out the right one because it was weirdly placed when I got it done, which I kind of already knew because that was one of the very first piercings I ever got. I didn't really know much about it. I didn't research a whole lot, so I was just like, all right, that looks cool. So the second piercing that I would like to get this year is my right nostril redone. Now, nostril piercings are notorious for being problematic, so I'd really like to get this one done by my birthday, which is April, so that by the time wedding rolls around, there aren't really any problems with it. Because the last thing I need is to have a piercing bump on my face for my wedding photos. That would look cute. So at this time, those are the two piercings that I want this year. I don't really have a long, extensive list of piercings that I'm looking to get. If I get others, you know, I may come up with others within the next few weeks that I want to get, or maybe come December at the very end of this year, I'm like, you know what, I'm feeling this. These are just the two that I really want to make sure that I get done this year. But again, I could end up getting others. Now moving on to the tattoos that I want to get in 2022. So I do have a few more tattoos that I want to get this year than say my piercings, but that's primarily because I've already booked up some tattoo appointments. I already have 3 that I definitely know I'm getting this year, but then I have a few others that I'd really like to get this year. But again, I'm like trying to give myself a cutoff point since the wedding is in fall, and I'd like to not be healing anything when it comes around. So for this list, I'm gonna go in order for the tattoo appointments that I currently have booked and just tell you the concept for those pieces. And then I'll go to the pieces that I would still like to get done this year, but don't currently have an appointment for. So the first tattoo that I am looking to get this year is gonna be right in here. And currently the concept that I have is to do like ferns and a moth or a butterfly or something, because then it'll end up wrapping around here. It's a very awkward space, but I really want to finish up this arm, and that would be the best way to do it. I feel like a fern would do a good job of wrapping around here and then place in either a moth or a butterfly or both. I feel like there's enough room that both could potentially go there, but I do have that appointment booked for March 7th, which I'm very excited for, very nervous about because this placement right here is going to be spicy. So you best believe I'm going to be trying that numbing cream stuff again because a lot of this is going to be spicy, I feel like. But I do already have that appointment booked for March 7th, so I don't have anything right now for January and February. That's fine, but I'm very excited for that and to potentially fill this out. Now, I don't know if we're gonna go onto the elbow. Now that I think about it, I'm even more nervous. But that appointment is set, so wish me luck. Next is actually later that week, so I'm really testing my body that week because March 11th, so not very many days after, I have another tattoo appointment. It's gonna be on my leg, which is gonna be a little bit easier to deal with, but it is going to be a skull planter. So basically the idea is the artist for this one has done these gorgeous pieces before where it's like half of a skull and it's turned upside down and it's like got rope to make it into a plant hanger and then it has like plants coming out of it. I don't know, I love the ones that she's done before. They're really unique looking and I was like, I really want one of those. So that is gonna be happening on March 11th. It's gonna be on one of my legs. I haven't determined which one yet, but it's gonna be a calf of some kind. It's gonna either be the side, well, it would have to be the side because the backs are covered currently and most of the fronts are covered. So it would have to be the side calf. So that'll be interesting. I mean, it could also technically be a side thigh piece. We haven't gotten to that point yet, but that is going to definitely happen March 11th. We're gonna get a skull planter. I also need to decide what plant I want in there. All right, next is kind of a fun one and one that people probably wouldn't expect me to get, but I'm excited about it, and mostly because like the more my best friend was talking about them and the more I looked at these types of tattoo pieces, I was like, oh my God, they're pretty adorable. I kind of want one. They're relatively small. They're not gonna be anything big, but that is an Elton John inspired Q-pie. Now, if you don't know what a Q-pie is, I'll insert some pictures over here just found on Pinterest or the internet or whatever so that you know what a Q-pie is. So my artist that does a lot of my animal work also really enjoys tattooing Q-pies. And so I was like, this would be adorable. I would love an Elton John inspired one because Elton John's amazing. And so I have that booked for April 4th, which is the day before my birthday. What a great birthday present, a tattoo for myself. And that is potentially, I look down at my legs right now because it's definitely gonna go around like my ankle area. And I do think I have a placement on the front part of my left leg. There's like this weird space, not very big. It's like this big, maybe even smaller. And I'm like, that would be a really good placement for this Q-pie. So I do have that appointment booked. It's gonna be adorable. I know she's gonna rock it. I've also gotta come up with which outfit I want because Elton John has so many iconic outfits that it's very hard to nail down which one do I want. So I should probably get on that too. So at this time, those are the 3 tattoo appointments that I actually have booked that are going to be happening that I know I'm gonna get done this year. I do have 2 others that I really wanna get done this year, but they don't have appointments yet. So one of them I feel like I've talked about like for the past 2 years of getting done, and I just haven't done it yet, mostly because I cannot figure out placement for it, and that is a skeleton hand holding a flower. Very simple, not anything over the top, but I would absolutely love to get that. I feel like on this arm, since we're getting more of the like, I don't want to say the macabre, but it kind of is, you know? And I feel like a skeleton hand holding a flower like in here, or I don't even want to talk about the inner bicep again because we know that's a spicy area, but I feel like that would be a good placement for it. Or maybe I'll change my mind and want it on my leg somewhere. I don't know, but I don't have an appointment booked for that one yet. But after wanting it for 2 years, I feel like I'm dead set on getting it done now. I just need to figure out a placement for it. But I would really like to get that one done this year. And then the final tattoo that I really want to get done, and she and I have been talking about this for a really long time, is a matching tattoo with my best friend. We have been talking about getting best friend tattoos forever, and we haven't really like nailed down an idea because there are so many concepts and so many ideas that we would love to incorporate for our friendship. We've been best friends since 4th grade when we were like 8, 9 years old, and we're gonna be 32 this year. So like, that's a long time. Every time we come up with an idea, we're like, oh yeah, that'd be great. But then we're like, does it really encompass our friendship? Point is, we really want to get those matching best friend tattoos done this year. We gotta brainstorm. We gotta come up with something, but I really hope that we can get something done this year because I would love to share a tattoo with my best friend. But again, no tattoo appointment for that yet. we just would like for it to be done this year. Hopefully, maybe, if we can come to a conclusion on something, because we're both indecisive. So those are the piercings and tattoos that I'm looking to get in 2022. Again, some of these tattoos are already like set in stone, like they're going to happen. Other tattoos, I don't know if they're gonna happen. I would just like for them to happen. Same with the piercings. I would really like to get them done, especially to redo my nostril piercing. But again, kind of like have a timeline for things because I want everything to be healed well in advance of the big event this fall. That's what I'm currently looking at as of January 2nd of me filming this. Let me know in the comments below what piercings and tattoos you are looking to get this year. Do you have any appointments that are like already set in stone for either piercings or tattoos? Let me know what you're hoping to get. Are there any piercings or tattoos that you've wanted year after year after year and you just haven't gotten around to it yet? Because I feel you on that one. But let me know in the comments below what you plan to get. Special thank you to my patrons. You can help support the channel on Patreon while having access to videos early, viewing patron-only content, and more. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it that big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to go down there and hit that subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when I upload next. But until next time, bye y'all!